Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you, everybody? I hope we are all fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. I am also fine, Alhamdulillah. Today, I am going to take an online class for the student of class 9, Subject Islam and Moral Education, Chapter 3, Lesson 4, Topic Zakat. Dear learner, look at the picture below and think. Can you guess? This picture indicates to which topic? Zakat. Or to this topic, Zakat. Now, learning outcome. After this lesson, learners will be able to know about the concept of Zakat, will be able to explain about the importance of Zakat, will inspire others to practice providing Zakat to improve the condition of the helpless and the poor. Now, the concept of Zakat. In terms of economic condition, there are both rich and poor people in society. Allah the Most Great has made provision of Zakat in Al-Quran with a view to bridging the gap between the rich and the poor. The poor people of the society to become solvent provided Zakat is paid off. As a result, a link will emerge between the rich and the poor. This will ensure peace, discipline, and tranquility in society. Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam has mentioned Zakat as a breeze of Islam. Thus, As-Zakatu Qantarul Islam, meaning Zakat is the breeze of Islam by Haki. Now the definition of Zakat. The etymological meaning of word Zakat is holiness, purity, and increase. Islamic Sharia point of view, the spending of 2.5% of a Muslim owner having nisab, taxable amount of wealth at the close of the year on specific heads of expenditure is termed as Zakat. Nisab is the minimum amount of volume of surplus asset which imposes obligation of the owner thereof to pay Zakat. In so doing, the wealth of the rich people is sanctified, purified, and augmented. That's why it has been called Zakat. In the Islamic viewpoint, Zakat is not mercy of the rich to the poor. Rather, it is the right of the poor. This being so, Allah has directed payments of Zakat as mandatory. Allah the Most High says, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, wa aqimus salata wa atus zakah, meaning, establish your prayer and pay up your Zakat. Surah An-Nur, Ayat 56. Now the importance of Zakat. Allah the Most High has spoken of Zakat several times along with Salat. Zakat is the third of the pillar of Islam. Zakat holds social, moral, economic, and religious importance. For all these reasons, Allah the Most Great has made Zakat forced on the Muslim. Now the social importance of Zakat. Zakat established amity in society by removing instability and chaos. Alongside bringing social security, Zakat removes material disparity among men in society. As Allah says, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. كي لا يكون دولة بين أغنياء منكم, meaning so that wealth doesn't rotate only among the wealthy person. Surah Hashr ayat 7. So, it is our responsibility and duty to construct a society on the basis of equality by removing inequality through introducing the Zakat system. Now, the ethical importance of Zakat. Zakat produces fear of Allah in the mind of man. It prepares a sacred and high attitudes. It teaches us to prevent misuses. Above all, Zakat ensures man's inner peace, moral upliftment, purity, and sanctity of wealth. As Allah the Most High says, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. خذ من أموالهم صدقات تطهرهم وتزكيهم بها, meaning you take sadaqah zakat from their material possessions. Through it you will purify and refine them. Surah At-Tawbah ayat 103. So, we shall pay up zakat to be morally purified. Now the economic importance of zakat. Zakat is one of the sources of Islamic economic system. The economic foundation and the success of the social welfare projects and depends on it. It moves forward the flow of wealth. The wealth of the rich reaches the poor also instead of remaining concentrated. As a result, the state economics take off. Production increases and unemployment is reduced. The per capita income increases. The economic base of the state becomes firm and strong. The insolvent section of population gradually becomes solvent. Gradually the number of wealthy people increases. Allah the Most High says, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. يمحق الله الربا ويربي الصدقات, meaning Allah destroys riba usury and increases charity. Surah Al-Baqarah ayat 276. We shall also try to pay up zakat properly to strengthen the economy. Now the religious importance of zakat. Unless a Muslim pays up zakat, he can't continue to remain a perfect Muslim. Allah says, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. الذين لا يؤتون الزكاة وهم بالآخرة هم كافرون. Meaning, those who don't pay up zakat and they are not believers in Akhirat too. Hamim Ash-Shazda Ayat 7. Rejection of zakat is tantamount to rejection of Allah and His Rasul. According to Islamic law, a man capable of paying zakat must pay it. Hazrat Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala anhu, the first caliph of Islam, was war against the rejectors of zakat. Salat and Psalm are physical worship and zakat is financial worship. So, paying up zakat is obligation of Muslim demanded by faith. Now, the zakat is the right of the helpless and the poor. It is not mercy or favor of the rich to pay zakat among the poor. Rather, zakat is their due or right. If one of law of Islam, one should dispense zakat voluntarily and take it to the doorstep of the poor. Allah the Most Great says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. وفي أموالهم حق للسائل والمحروم. Meaning, and in there of the rich world there is right of the beggars and the needy. Deprived. Surah As-Zariyat Ayat 19. So a wealthy man will think it before enjoying his wealth that there lies the right of the helpless. Their right must be allowed, otherwise the entire property will be unclean. At long last, he will have to suffer punishment in Akhirat. Allah the Most High Great says, and those who accumulate gold and silver and don't spend in way of Allah, give them the tidings of severe punishment. Surah At-Tawbah Ayat 34. Employment may be generated from the unemployed and the poor through collecting zakat under state initiative. At this, the country will be economically self-reliant. The disparity of wealth between the rich and the poor will vanish. So, it is singularly essential on the part of the rich to pay up zakat. Now the homework. And in the ear of the rich, while there is a right of the beggars and the needy, deprived. Explain the ayat of Al-Quran. Allah Hafiz.